Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. This is the second update this week for construction on Wrath of Rakshasa at Six Flags Great America, just outside of Chicago and Gurnee, Illinois. Please help me fight that algorithm. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, make sure you get all of my videos when they come out. Please also remember to follow me on Instagram, same handle on all social media. Today is Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Today was the first Thursday of operation for Fright Fest. I got there before the park opened, so you'll see some of the rides are going through their test before the park opened at 6. The construction was just wrapping up when I got there, or when I pulled around the back of the park. The cement trucks were actually pulling out of the back lot. There was 2 cement trucks that pulled out. And as you can see there on the site, there are still 2 cement trucks there on site. And then there's those 2 trucks. They were wrapping stuff up for the day, as they didn't want to be doing anything. Obviously the sun was going down, but also the park was getting ready to open, so they were wrapping stuff up. If you notice there, the guy is putting the barriers up to block the area. The cement trucks did go through the park to exit. They didn't go through the service road, which I found kind of interesting, and the only reason I knew that is because walking the park after I got in, you could see little dabs of cement all the way to the back by Goliath, where they can take that road out by Goliath back there. So all the midway had little like droppings of dried cement on it, so you could clearly tell that the cement trucks came through that way. Now lots of work going on the site. They are digging. We have our first footers that have been poured. Looks like all the sewer work has been done. You can't really tell from this shot, but in the center there is a footer that is poured, and then lots of just digging throughout the site to get the holes dug out for the other footers that are going to go in. And once this video ends, I've snapped a bunch of pictures so you guys can see more of a up close and get an idea on how they drill those footers. There's a huge drill that goes into the ground to drill the hole out, and then they put that watertight container into the ground, and then the caisson goes inside that watertight container, and then the rebar goes inside that, and then they pour the cement into that. And that watertight container just make sure that the obviously it keeps water out and getting to the footer. And by the time I got there, as you can see, there wasn't really much work going on. I was gonna go earlier in the day, but then I thought I'm going to Fright Fest tonight, so I figured I would just go right before the park opened. It would be easier that way. One of you had messaged me and wanted to get a shot of the Whizzer the last time, maybe a couple videos ago, about the pond being drained, and I'm not sure if you can really tell from this shot. And I'm at my height max on the drone, so I couldn't go up any higher to like get down under those trees, but the water is empty. That was the best shot I could get. And those trees by inside the Demon lift hill and turnaround, man, they are really, really beautiful. As you can see, a lot of the trees in the park are turning. I couldn't tell from this, looking at it, if those 2 trucks were actually still pouring cement, but I don't think they were, because when I went down to get pictures, it didn't look like anything was done back there. I could be mistaken though, you never know. But it is good to see that we have our first our first footers going into the ground, which means concrete usually takes about a month to completely cure. For the type of weight that these footers are going to be holding, I would say it's at least a month. So we may see vertical construction by the end of November, I'm thinking. And then these were just some pics that I took. This is over by the old demon entrance. As you can see, there's lots of work going on now on the site. They've moved more caissons onto the site. The water is still drained. As you can see there's one of the drills there to the left that goes into the ground to drill the hole out. And there is what they do. So they drill, there's two there. There's where the drill is, and then one where the watertight container has been put into the ground. So those are going to be 2 footers there. And there's a closer look at that. And then I'm going to jump over to... This is looking over the fence on the bridge that walks into the county fair area. So they have some stuff going on over there, as you can see too. I'm not exactly sure what they've done over in this area, but there's some water pipes and stuff there. So they probably are rerouting some utilities and stuff. Now this is over looking from the food court area. There's another one. That's a close-up of that. One that's been dug out and the watertight container has been put in. You can see the flags. There's a lot of markings now. There's another one that's being drilled. And then to the right, it's one that's already in the ground. And so these footers are going to be really, really close to... This is the one that I believe is the only one that's been poured and has concrete in it. I could be mistaken, but it looks like that's the only one. This is to the left here, the one closest to that bar that's over in the food court area. There's a better shot of that. So these footers are going to be kind of right up against that bar area, and there's another shot of that one that has been, I believe, poured already. Very exciting stuff here to see the footers getting dug, getting set. This will start moving pretty quickly here now with the footers going in for sure. Like I said, the concrete should take about a month to completely cure for the type of weight that they're going to be holding. So I would expect to see vertical construction not at least until the end of November. And then this is over by that games building that they removed by Demon. And you can see they moved caissons up over by where they demolished the Demon Q. And then those rebar tubes that are sitting there where the that old games area used to be, and then all that rebar that was in my last video. But you can see they've a lot more activity than even from Monday from my last update. So it looks like things are going to be moving fairly quickly now that we are permits approved and all that, which is very, very nice. Hopefully this is done and we have a Memorial Day opening like the park president said he was pushing for. It looks like it's not going to be an issue though. And there's another shot over by, this is looking from Hometown Park where the kiddie area is. And you can see those two excavators there that are where the demon entrance, or I'm sorry, that's where the old ropes course used to be. And this is behind Demon Nacho. I'm guessing that's not going to be called Demon Nachos anymore, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And now we are going to jump to the back parking lot. I did go here first. That is why it looks a lot brighter. The sun was setting, obviously. The sun sets pretty early now. So by the time the park opened, it was already kind of dark out. And there you can see those new pieces that arrived that the park posted, and a lot of people got pictures of them being delivered, or not being delivered, but driving down the road. And those are the ones right there where that crane is, all that gold supports, and then it looks like there's 3 pieces of lift hill that were delivered. So very, very exciting to see all this track arriving very quickly, it looks like. So I would imagine every couple days we're going to get some shipments of track now. And you can still see all of this rebar that's in the back, along with all of these caissons. Just gives you an idea on how much they're going to dig, how many footers are going to be going into the ground. It's kind of amazing to think about it when. And then these are all the smaller caissons for the smaller footers, which are probably the ones at those sizes that are like the station, brake run, coming out of the station, those smaller ones that don't go as deep into the ground because there's not really any extreme forces being put on any that part of that track area. It's mostly the deep ones will go where obviously the lift hill, and anytime the coaster dives to the ground and back up again, you'll see those bigger footers. But very, very, very exciting stuff. I honestly haven't been this excited for a coaster probably since X-Flight. I remember watching the construction progress on X-Flight because the park posted a webcam and you were able to kind of check in on it whenever you wanted to, which was kind of cool, which I thought they would do here, but they haven't, so most likely they're not going to. And I kind of came down a little lower, see if I could get some better shots, if I could come around that corner. And there is a better shot of all the stuff that had been delivered, and then all the new stuff that was delivered. And there's all that new stuff that was delivered. So we do have, let's see, it looks like 3 pieces of the lift hill, maybe the station and a brake run, and then the turn out of the station into the lift hill, and maybe the turn into the brake run, or back into the station rather. Very, very cool. Like I had said before, normally with B&Ms, they start building the station and they go as the track course goes and build that way. So the first thing that should go up should be the station, and then obviously the lift hill, and then follow through that. Now, that's the way I've always seen them built. That's the way X-Flight was built. So, but maybe this will be different, so we'll just have to pay attention. And then I did go into the park, like I said, and I spent the night. I left the park at probably 10:45. The park closed at 11. It opened at 6. So just took some video and some pictures. I've been experimenting with the long exposure on my iPhone lately, so I wanted to there, as you can see, there's a long exposure picture. Wanted to get some pictures at night of the rides that have the lights. And there is the lobster. The park was completely empty. It's like I said, it was the first Thursday that the park opened for Fright Fest. So I'm guessing not a lot of people even realized the park was open tonight, but it was very empty. Most of the coasters were walk into the station and get on. Even Max Force, which I took a video because I couldn't believe it. When I walked into the line for Max Force, there was one person waiting, which I thought was just crazy. And yeah, I mean, you can tell from these pictures too that the park was pretty empty. That's Whirligig, if you don't know, the long exposure picture of Whirligig. I did see Love at First Fright. I only went on a couple of rides. I didn't do too many. And this is the show that they do at the train station. I can't remember what it is called. But I just saw the part of this when I was walking into Love at First Fright. So I thought I'd record a little bit. And that's the Ringmaster that's up there for those of you that know. I believe this is the entire cast of the Ringmaster that does this show too. And then I just was walking around and took some just random videos. This is Hometown Fun Machine. They changed the name for that. It's called Reactor Core. And the Whizzer was going up the lift hill. I rode the Whizzer. I rode Sky Striker twice. Max Force. And Batman, and I think that was it. And kind of just walked around. Wasn't too many scare actors out, like I said. It was the first Thursday, and this is the queue for Max Force, as you can see, which is crazy to me. I've never seen it like this. There's 2 people waiting, and that's it. And here is all of the new effects that have been added to Batman. I don't know if this is just for Fright Fest or if this is going to be a permanent thing. I really hope it's permanent because they've got all the Prince music back. They've got all the Danny Elfman music from the original score from Batman '89 back. So hopefully they keep this. The fog is back in the tunnel. All new lighting, as you can see here when you turn the corner. The staircase is now lit up all red. So very, very cool. And the station is completely lit, as you will see. There's a whole lighting show that happens when the train is dispatched and the train is coming back into the station. As you can see there, all these lights are new. The Alfred Spiel is back. They have the generic Six Flags announcer one that still goes on, but the Alfred Spiel is back. They have this fog now that when the train dispatches that shoots out before the train dispatches. And here you'll get a better shot of what the lights do when the floor drops. There you go. And the train dispatches. Very, very cool. And then when you're coming back into the station, that whole brake run now is lit up too with lights, as you can see them turning there. And when you get to a certain point, you have fog that goes off there, and you come back into the station. So very, very cool to hear the Prince music and all that back. I hope they keep this through next season. And when I came in, I didn't even pay attention, but the more has been added to the Six Flags sign. As you can see, the flags have been installed. I don't know if that's done or if they're going to paint it or whatnot, but so things are happening slowly but surely out there. But for now, thank you for tuning in again. I really appreciate all your support. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.